Number one Ibble Dibble here. Welcome to my review of Tom Bower's Revenge. Chapter 3, College, Part 2. My truth, your truth, everyone gets a truth. To pursue her film career, Meghan asked Thomas to secure a talking part for her in the TV soap General Hospital. Her 5-line appearance was transmitted in November 2002. After 2 more auditions, she was not offered further work, but the principal purpose had been achieved. Her brief appearance secured the all-important Screen Actors Guild union card. Thereafter, she could work as an actress. Thomas Markle paid the $6,000 fee. Clutching a portfolio of photos, including the typical aspiring actress shot with a revealing neckline and an open midriff, Meghan began the tough routine of seeking auditions. So let's take a look at her very early resume. One thing you'll notice is that she does not list any substantive theater performances at Northwestern. Prom Inc. and University Place seem to be short informational hosting spots for the Northwestern News Network, the school's TV station. That's odd, particularly because if you take a look at the communications department at Northwestern, the courses related to acting are extremely robust. It's very clear that, as per Professor Gates, Meghan truly did not participate in a single production. So perhaps Meghan's focus really was on international relations and acting was her plan B?
I don't see the notation anywhere.
The problem is, when you look at the requirements for an international relations or related major, it's in the poli-sci department at the School of Arts and Science, not the School of Communications. Firstly, I don't know if Northwestern offers 2 for tuition deals. And secondly, it literally, physically cannot be done. Northwestern lists Meghan as having graduated in 2003 with a bachelor's from the School of Communications, and they don't specify majors. There's simply not enough overlap in course requirements for Meghan to physically finish her claimed double major in drama and international relations in 4 years. Furthermore, international relations is only offered as a major. Any minor would simply be in political science. Looking at the time and credit requirements, it would likely have taken Meghan 5 years to finish with a theater major and poli-sci minor, and a full 6+ years to do so with 2 genuine bachelor's degrees from different schools.
I don't see the notation anywhere.
Clearly, Meghan is lying about her degrees. So what was she doing with her time? Apparently, hitting cheesy local pubs with a fake ID and participating in sorority fraternity mixers and charity drives. We were all 19 once. No shame there. It does honestly make me feel bad for stage dad Thomas. He surely knew very well that most successful actors start when they're very young and work very hard, never getting to go to school like normies. Think Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, Amanda Seyfried, Ryan Gosling. Need I go on? Getting an education is more like a reward earned by stars like Natalie Portman and Jodie Foster, even the Olsen twins, once they've already put in their time. As you amazing listeners have pointed out, if her plan was to network her ass off with the kids of industry people, or marry in but up, she should have been at USC or NYU, assuming she could get in. Thomas clearly wanted to give Meghan a chance at things beyond acting, and not only did she throw those away, she really threw out the acting baby with the international relations bathwater, and didn't even come home with that MRS. Her search for a long-term relationship was equally frustrating. Every evening she set off saying to herself, "You never know, tonight I might meet the man who will change my life." In 2004, she met Trevor Engelson in a West Hollywood bar. Tall, with reddish hair, the ambitious 27-year-old graduate of cinematography at the University of Southern California was starting out as a film producer, targeting the comedy channels with his clients' scripts. Starting in the post room of an actor's agency before promotion to a production house, he had been fired for secretly undertaking a freelance production. Soon after, Engelson sold his own film script, The Road to Freaknik, and started a production company, Underground Films 5190. Engelson looked at his competitors and thought, "Fuck him, it'll be me." He did not want to be the average Joe, but get the lottery ticket and be special. Insensitive and self-confident, Engelson's well-honed chat-up lines in the noisy bar impressed Meghan. Boasting that he worked and played hard, he offered his life's philosophy. Hope is the greatest currency we have in this business. Then came another favored maxim. Don't give it 5 minutes if you're not going to give it 5 years. 10 years later, Meghan frequently intoned both these lines in speeches to young audiences as her philosophy of life. So I suppose Trevor was her second guru of word salad, following the "my voice" headmistress. Do you believe she was truly impressed by his trite motivational mantras, or just clung to them as something easy to say when she wanted to put zero thought and effort into her public speaking engagements?
I don't see the notation anywhere.
Do you think they liked each other because they both believed, despite all evidence, that they were exceptional individuals? Or do you think that's something she learned from him? Or do you think they were mutually faking it till they made it? I realized 2003 or 2004 was a different time, so maybe fewer people laughed in his face when confronted with this nonsense. It reminds me of an interview I had circa 2008 where the hiring manager said, "We hire racehorses here, not workhorses. Are you a racehorse? Are you a thoroughbred?" And it was all I could do to keep a straight face. My friends and I are still laughing about it to this day. Were Meghan and Trevor really the kind of people who live, laugh, love at dinner parties and post apocryphal Einstein quotes on Facebook? Engelson was clever and capable of behaving well-mannered. His father was an orthodontist and his mother a speech therapist. Engelson's promise of stability matched Meghan's needs. Ninaki Pretty was among the first to meet Meghan's latest boyfriend. Trevor was big for her. He was very focused with great connections. It was an opportunity for her to establish relationships with agents. She loved it, being at his side and going to those dinners. She loved him. He was very doting. After a few months, Meghan moved into his home on Hilldale, West Hollywood. Trevor discovered his beautiful woman was also a domestic goddess. She was definitely a curator of a beautiful life, said Nanaki. She had a very specific style. She loved everything white. Meg was a perfectionist. She liked to throw dinner parties with beautiful menus that complemented flavor profiles with amazing wines. My 20s, Meghan would later write, were brutal. A constant battle with myself, judging my weight, my style, my desire to be as cool, as hip, as smart, as whatever as everyone else. So I checked out the house on Hilldale. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath bungalow off the Sunset Strip that currently rents for $6,000 a month. They did not own the place. I checked the property records. They were renters. Getting fired from what sounds like the mailroom at William Morris and selling one script I've never heard of to Comedy Central does not consistently pay for that lifestyle, so I'm assuming his parents were bankrolling him and Meghan had to prioritize homemaking and catering to him over her own career ambitions, at least to a degree. She wasn't getting a bad deal here, but all the ingredients are there for resentment to start building. I must have been about 24 when a casting director looked at me during an audition and said, "You need to know that you're enough. Less makeup, more Meghan." No, they didn't. They said, "Great, thank you. Next." We've seen your CV, Meghan. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll be doing a chapter a day to keep the corgis away. Toodaloo!